Idaho's Valley County gets lots of snow. So after weeks of the white stuff, how do they shake the winter blues?
I think I like the song, but answers the best.
It's a big adrenaline rush. This race is super fun.
The biggest trick is knowing when to work the snow and when not to work the snow.
Do I look kind of like him?
Outdoor Idaho joins the fun at the McCall Winter Carnival.
Funding for Outdoor Idaho is made possible by the Friends of Idaho Public Television, by the Laura Moore Cunningham Foundation, committed to fulfilling the Moores' legacy of helping to build the great state of Idaho, and by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting.
McCall can be a winter paradise, but the short days, the long nights, and all this snow can take its toll on even the most enthusiastic recreationist. Hi, I'm Bruce Reichert, and welcome to Outdoor Idaho. So, what does an entire community do to fight cabin fever? Well, they throw the biggest winter party in the state.
I just like the atmosphere. I think I like the song, but answers the best.
We get necklaces. It's fun.
Well, Winter Carnival actually started as a way to kind of break the monotony of the long winters up in McCall.
In the late 1800s, Finnish immigrants brought a winter sports festival known as Laskiainen to this Idaho frontier. In 1924, businesses saw a more organized winter carnival as a way to attract some much-needed tourist dollars. At first, the McCall Winter Carnival consisted mostly of dog races and ski competitions. It was popular with locals and drew in tourists from around the state. But in the years after World War II, isolated events like ski jump competitions at McCall's Little Ski Hill replaced the Winter Carnival. So in 1965, the McCall Area Chamber of Commerce revived the idea of a 10-day multi-event celebration, one with a giant parade. Mackenzie Christensen is this winter carnival's director.
The parade is a conglomeration of different groups, school groups, businesses in town that get together, deck out a float or some type of vehicle. They throw beads, they throw candy. It's really just a party in the street.
And what's a Mardi Gras party without beads?
The big ones are $8, the medium ones are $5, and the small ones are $3. Looks super cool.
That one's mine. He's got the dragons.
It's a really interesting thing to see the community come together. McCall is very small. So to see all of the businesses rally to put on 100+ events in this massive 10-day event, it's truly a team spirit, and that to me is, I think, the most special part about it.
Racing is a tradition at the McCall Winter Carnival. But snow biking is something relatively new.
You know, the concept is you can have a dirt bike in the summer, you can use the same machine for your snow bike in the winter and just convert it to a track and ski system, and so that allows you to really go pretty much anywhere.
It's about like snowmobiling. Snowmobiling's a little bit faster, but this is basically the same thrill as a dirt bike, but on snow.
Brady Lasher and Derek Driggs are some of snowbiking's best racers. The first official race happened at the 2009 McCall Winter Carnival. Racers use converter kits on modern dirt bikes and race over courses similar to those used in dirt bike competitions. Idaho companies dominate the converter kit market and proudly claim snowbiking as an Idaho-grown sport. The Flashpoint Championship snowbike race takes place at the McCall Golf Course. Racers compete in several heats, with top riders going on to the finals.
This is a course designed to bring out a lot of riders in all abilities. Everybody's jumping Pretty much the obstacle's the same way. There's a lot of corners and a lot more finesse than just being able to have the guts and do the big jump.
That's some pretty gnarly racing there.
I thought he was going to run that guy.
For racers, the snow itself becomes its own obstacle.
The line choice was ultimate. You had to choose a line today in order to do any good. That's the biggest thing, what always happens in this thing about, lap 4 or so. You can start getting down to ice in the turns because the dirt bikes built ruts. And once you get down to the ice in the turns, you're gonna slip out if you're not choosing the right line.
Derek Driggs still leading.
One way I attack this course is I'm kind of strategic, and I can keep more momentum by racing harder into the obstacle and then slowing down right at the end by keeping my track on the ground as much as possible. It allows me to keep driving forward. I think I was about 7 when I first started racing motocross and raced really aggressively until I was about 14. And a couple of accidents and a lot of pressure that the racing brings had kind of sidelined me. And it was about 24 when I think I got my dirt bike again. Didn't get really competitive, just did a few races here and there. When the snowbiking scene came, it's something that just really seemed to mesh with all my skills and talents and something that I really enjoy.
It's completely different than a dirt bike. You can lay over further, you hit the gas a lot harder, you can't really let off. But they're really fun, they're a blast to go around the track.
Both Driggs and Lasher make it into the final heat. Horses groomed, drivers line up, and they're off.
Derek Driggs has got a healthy lead. Man, oh man, that's a good race.
Driggs wins and remains undefeated.
I'm really trying to establish the bar and get the sport recognized to where someday it could be in something like X Games.
But Lasher has no regrets.
It's a big adrenaline rush. This race is super fun. The good thing about snow bikes is it doesn't hurt as much when you crash than on the dirt.
It's hard to keep pioneering a sport and keep pushing, but it's fun, and the family's a big help in helping me do that.
The McCall Winter Carnival would not be what it is today without the town's magnificent snow sculptures. Each year, thousands of tourists explore McCall's streets, venturing inside ice castles.
Like, this is gnarly. It's like bubbles.
And around robots. From Mickey, the sorcerer's apprentice, to Charlie, the local monster said to inhabit Payette Lake. These works of imagination and fantasy are built or sponsored by local business people. Work on these sculptures begins days or weeks before the carnival starts, so visitors never get the chance to see how they're constructed.
Most fun right here is getting started.
That changed when carnival organizers added a new event, the Idaho State Snow Sculpting Championship.
Oh, well, this is good. It's not full of a little bit of crap, but not full of straw or grass or good.
Early Tuesday morning, competitors randomly pick a 5 by 5 by 8 foot block of snow.
Have a solid platform.
And they have 3 days to turn it into something magical.
The general rules are you can't use any power tools, any armatures. You can only use hand tools. They can use water, slush. Many of these people have homemade tools that they've made just for this event, and they share those. But basically, they can expand it up to 10% either way, up or down.
I guess the biggest trick is knowing when to work the snow and when not to work the snow. This year we're going to do a trophy. My daughter was a swimmer, and when she was 4 years old, she won a beautiful trophy. And as we were kind of thinking of what we wanted to do this year, we looked at the trophy and said, you know what? That would be fun.
I'm doing 2 swordfish. One will be in the back a little bit higher and the other one will be in the front a little bit lower. It's joy, it's fun to do. But competition and camaraderie are all part of it.
Somebody wants to ask Michelangelo, how do you carve a horse? And the answer was, carve away everything that doesn't look like a horse. So that's what we're going to do, is we're going to carve away everything that doesn't look like a phoenix.
Whoa, whoa. Like that.
Yeah, so
square that off.
Cut that off. You're looking at right about 22 inches would be nice.
Perfect.
Working in snow presents these artists with some unique challenges. The biggest being gravity
8, 7. If you go this way, where are you gonna?
and the weather.
Is that like ice or just snow?
Over the competition, visitors are encouraged to watch the process.
What amazes me is the imagination.
Do I look kind of like him? A little bit?
We get until tomorrow at 10 o'clock in the morning to do it. So tonight is kind of the long night. Tonight they'll put lights out for us all to be able to work at night and finish up as best we can.
I was just waiting for the temperature to drop a little bit and some of the snow to freeze up, because this is all going to be cut out and then balanced on the torso and the legs, and I hope that there's enough frozen snow in there to support it.
Because the last few hours are so critical, artists often work through the night.
And over here, chicken chili.
Event sponsors bolster everyone's spirits with free chili and corn dogs.
The nice thing about working in snow is that there's a big learning curve. It's very forgiving. You know, if you want, the arm falls off, you can just rebuild it and start again.
About right there, Robbie. You're gonna slush that in. You want me to get water, or you got water?
I think we can just try and get the fine detail tonight and try and hurry and fix everything tomorrow, you know?
That's it. All right.
Oh, well. Bone number 4.
We're done. Smile and say, thank God it's over.
Yeah, it's over.
Judging starts at 10 a.m.
This year is a good one. I'm so glad. High five, everyone. Woo!
The judges look for creativity, difficulty, impression, I think is what it is, and detail. That's it. There's 4 categories. Each category is worth 10 points.
I'm looking for difficulty, an overall impression. A lot of detail, it impresses me. We're scoring a number of different things here, but for me, there's an overall enjoyment to it.
The judges had a tough time. They really did.
Yep. Oh.
Boise artist Richard Brown takes this year's prize money. The sculptures will stay up for the rest of the carnival, and then will either melt or be bulldozed away.
Of course, it's a temporary art form. I guess it's part of the whole deal of it. You know it's not going to be there. It's for the process. It's not the ownership. It just feeds your soul. That's all I can say, I guess, is it feeds your soul.
How many clubs you bring?
I brought 4.
McCall is known for its great golf courses.
There we go. Now that was a good shot.
So why should a little snow get in the way?
Yeah, go for it.
Local seniors wanted to add a family event to the winter carnival schedule. And so, with the help of the American Legion, they came up with a winter golf course.
We started out trying to mimic and mirror what an actual 9-hole course would look like, and do our best to put it in between the trees and have a few shots that make you have to think about them a little bit.
J.J. Johnson is the designer of the course.
We are playing golf on a winter environment
where you have to have snowshoes or you wouldn't be able to get around. And we're playing with a tennis ball because obviously you would lose a golf ball if you hit it. So it's still golf. It's still hitting from a tee box to a green to a hole in the ground, and when the ball goes in the hole, that's your score.
We take blocks of wood, use those for the tees, and then we use 1 gallon buckets for the holes, and actually the course lets us use our flag so we can mark where they're at.
I was patting out the area to make it so I can actually kind of swing the club.
It does make it a little tough with all the snow around.
Did you see where it went?
Got it.
Your turn. Oh, excellent.
And that's how we do it.
Oh, it bounced. Is it on?
Visitors are encouraged to play. Club and ball rentals are included in the fee. Local bars compete in a tournament, and all the proceeds go to charity.
All right, let's go first.
This is a par 5. It looks like the green's way down there. My gosh. Let's see what I can do. A tennis ball goes about 1/3 of the distance of a golf ball. So when they set up the course, it's in feet instead of yards. Oh my gosh. And it's about the same. There's par 3s, par 4s, and par 5s. Okay. Tee it up and let it fly. Oh yeah. Oh, get on the... Did it make it?
Is this you here?
Did you see mine? I saw your... Oh, that...
I don't know if this was mine
That's
or yours.
yours.
This must be yours here. There you go.
Is that mine?
Yep. Hey, that's an easy one to find.
Oh, it's so much fun. It's hysterical, actually. I look forward to it every year. Last hole. Somebody got a hole-in-one here the other day.
I heard a rumor on that.
JJ and I were talking about nobody's ever had a hole-in-one in the years we've done this, and now somebody just goes out and gets a hole-in-one here.
Well, you know what they say about golfing and fishing. Nice shot.
Oh, right. Am I on?
You are on. That is how you do it.
Oh, perfect. Oh, see, too much club.
I'll take it. It's all right.
It was straight at the flag.
So the bottom line is we have a winter carnival event that people like and have fun doing.
Wow, what a game.
And the proceeds from that go to local charity, local community. I think it's terrific.
Go in the hole, and it does! Give me a high 5 for that one.
I will take it.
That was a good shot. He chipped it in.
Not all of the activities in the area are part of the official carnival celebration, but many share that same spirit of wintertime adventure.
Stand up. What I wanted everybody to know is the command for the horses to go is stand up. So when I'm up here hollering stand up, I'm talking to the horses and not the people on the sleigh. Just hook on with the bail and you'll be ready to go.
Each day, Lyle Points and his family take visitors along with them as they put out feed for a herd of elk.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Back in the early 1980s, a severe winter forced the herd onto Point's family farm.
Once these elk get on a creek bottom and follow it out, they have a tendency to cross Highway 55. And they go on the north side. Well, they don't know that there's not any food on the other side of the river. They don't know that the reservoir exists over there. And Dad decided that he had a little bit of hay left, and he still had a sleigh. And so he went and broke a trail through 4 feet of snow just to feed the elk.
The elk came back the next year, and the Points family continued to feed them. A few years later, they started taking visitors along for the ride to help pay for the hay.
You can't feed and you can't touch. You just have to be touched and roughed around and nuzzled and have your bum warmed up by...
Which is happening back here, by the way.
Yeah, it costs you
it's
extra,
good.
too.
My pleasure.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
What we're doing is we're feeding about 2% of the body weight of the cows. And the cows are in the 600-pound range. We're feeding 2% of that, and we're wanting to feed about 12 pounds per head per day.
Amazing. It's really amazing. When you look in their eyes, you can't, yeah, it's just impressive.
The sleigh rides continue a long-time family tradition, and it gives Points a chance to teach folks about these amazing animals.
Anybody have any idea how much sleep elk really require in a 24-hour period? It's about 4 hours of actual sleep. And that's what she's getting where she'd like to do, because she's not chewing her cud.
The Idaho Department of Fish and Game generally discourages individuals from feeding wildlife. But for Points, it's a way to honor his family's wish to always make sure elk survive in the valley.
It's important to me because it was important to my dad. It was important to my grandmother. It was important to her family. It was important to our heritage.
And for visitors, it's a chance to experience a part of nature.
Stand up.
The McCall Chamber of Commerce estimates that more than 10,000 people attend winter carnival events. That's a lot for a town of less than 2,900. Getting away from the crowd takes some effort. And getting one of the best meals in town takes skis or snowshoes.
We are ready. 18 years ago, my husband and I, we were river guides, and we were living in McCall doing the river thing in the summer, and, you know, had a million jobs in the wintertime. And we thought, well, if we're going to work this hard, maybe we should start our own business.
Blue Moon Yurt offers a 4-course dinner in the heart of Ponderosa State Park. Lisa Wisnett and her sous chef, Mary Gross, haul in the supplies first thing in the morning.
And depending on the conditions, it can take us 20 minutes to get in, or sometimes it can take us 45 to an hour, you know, if you're breaking trail. Then once we get here, we kind of breathe. We go, ah. We take our skis, we get all that energy out. We get here, we start to prep.
The yurt is about a mile into the park, and it's totally off the grid. Lisa and Mary cook on propane stoves and outdoor grills. Mid-afternoon, the rest of the crew arrives, and they start setting places and lighting candles.
See you soon. 5:15, 5:30, I leave to go light torches and meet the guests at 6. And it takes them a good half hour to get in here. I'll pick up the rear, make sure everybody gets in here, and then we start the evening once we get the whole gang.
The meal starts with appetizers around a central table. It's a chance to get to know your fellow adventurers.
We'll go through the 4 courses. When they sit down, a super salad depending on the menu, the entree, dessert. Then we go into coffee and tea, and they kind of kick back and relax a little bit. You can go outside of the yurt and you can just hear people laughing, and you just get that little magic going in here. So the food is always fun, but it's kind of a catalyst, I think, to a great time.
This toast is to Lisa and all she does.
Lisa! Thanks, you guys! And I love seeing groups of people come together that don't know each other, that, you know, normally might pass each other on the street, never say a word, and now they're standing next to somebody that could be the most awesome person on the planet. And they share stories and experiences, and they walk out of here with incredible memories together, and I love that.
Wizzy, this is the best meal yet.
And then probably the hardest part for them is getting up.
Thank you so much.
And getting all the gear back on.
Are you heading out? Thanks, you guys. That was great.
That was very good. Wonderful.
Fabulous.
bending over and getting their snowshoes or their skis on and then skiing out.
I think he went with us.
I love it. I love people.
Thank you.
I really do. I love the outdoors. I love people. I love seeing people happy. I love instigating and igniting that little happiness.
Igniting happiness. That's the spirit of the McCall Winter Carnival. The carnival starts with a torchlight parade and ends with fireworks. With 10 days of events, hundreds of volunteers, and thousands of participants, the McCall Winter Carnival celebrates all that winter has to offer.
Funding for Outdoor Idaho is made possible by the Friends of Idaho Public Television, by the Laura Moore Cunningham Foundation, committed to fulfilling the Moores' legacy of helping to build the great state of Idaho, and by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting.